Hi all, welcome to Happy Students YouTube channel. This is an audio video test. Hi all, welcome to Happy Students YouTube channel. I am Surendra Manoj and I am the one who is organizing this channel. I am actually a software developer by profession and I've been working as a software developer in various technologies like ETL, Python, full stack, data science, machine learning, big data, etc. Okay. I am also working as a technical trainer for the 5 years in various organizations, and my official job role includes me training other developers in various companies. Okay, so this is my introduction, and this is what I do. And I'm the one who is organizing this channel, and this channel was started back in 2019 with an intention that it helps everyone who is looking for an entry in IT industry to get a job, and people from and, and people from non-IT background may also have a career transition to the IT career. And I also had the plan to educate young people to become entrepreneurs in the tech industry with the help of the IT knowledge which we have. Okay, so me being a technical trainer for so long and having trained more than 1,000 developers so far, I have a fair understanding of how the industry works currently and how we are planning to proceed forward. So basically, this channel was planned to be held in Tamil language to ensure everyone who is even in the remotest place of Tamil Nadu will be able to understand or will be able to break the language barrier which is there when they are trying to learn a particular concept. Over the course of the past 2 years, we have been doing a lot of experimentation with the content. We have been doing various technologies, various styles, and various content delivery methods. And our audience also grew. We are a small community yet. We have somewhere around 1,040 subscribers. We just reached the 1,000 subscriber threshold. Still, in the past 2 years, we were able to understand significant patterns in our audience community, and in my exposure outside the organization, I am also able to find out or figure out the ways the IT industry is expecting the users to play. Okay. So with those knowledges, I have implemented a few system. I have implemented a few process in this channel. The first step is to eliminate the pre-recorded sessions which we are doing so far. For the past 6-7 months, we have been aggressively doing pre-recorded sessions. So the sessions were in Tamil. So what I what I felt is like when we are doing pre-recorded sessions, the experience or the real-time software development experience is not there. We are just polishing the development process. We are eliminating all the bugs. We are eliminating all the places where we are stuck. We are just showing them the direct flow, and I strongly believe when only when you are making mistakes, you will be able to understand clearly of what or how a particular education system works, or how a particular process is get to be implemented. So I always strongly believe failures teach more lessons than success. Okay, so that's the core concept of us planning to get into this live session, and help everyone, we had to switch over our language to English, which is a common language. But still, we are planning to conduct sessions in Tamil as well. So there will be one session in English and one session in Tamil, so that we don't deviate from the core concept of the channel. Okay, so our channel is still dedicated to enhance the students from rural communities to learn the technologies in free of cost. So that is the main objective of our channel. So with those expectations, those audiences right now, we have observed a pattern in our target audience. There are a few groups we were able to come up with in our target audience. To say honestly, basically it's like beginners, experts, and contributors. So when we say beginners, they are like newbies, and the experts are the ones who have the basic understanding of programming language and they want to get implementations into the project, and contributors are the ones who know how to implement but they are stuck somewhere and they want our help to push forward, right? So that is the kind of audience group which we are planning to address. Without further delay, let's get into the presentation and understand how the industry is working currently and what are the expectations that has been set, and how we are planning to address each and every target audience. Okay, so this is the skill expectation versus availability. So currently, whenever we are trying to apply for a job in the industry, this is the expectation which is being handled, and this is the availability. So the first, it starts with awareness. So this is how they filter. So first they will start with awareness. They will take a look at, are you aware of the concepts they are looking for. So that is basically your resume, right? Whenever you are creating a resume, you will tell them what are the concepts you know and how exposed are you in. So based on the resume you get filtered, and then comes the understanding part. That's where they come for the first round. They will check if you are able to understand, or if your awareness is able to reciprocate in you. Okay, so how much have you understood the particular concept? So that's what they check in the first round, which is followed by solutioning. They'll give you a scenario, they'll ask you to come up with a few concepts, kind of like aptitude, right? They'll give you a problem statement, and based on that problem statement you are supposed to provide a solution to them, right? And then comes implementation. So you are given a solution and they would like to implement that. They would want you to implement, and they would also want you to execute the implemented one. They will give you a few sample test cases, they will give you a few real-time scenarios, and they would like you to implement the solution which you have built, and they will also want you to present. So this is the funnel they use to filter normally. So this funnel is what a product based company normally handles. Okay, so maybe in a solution based in a service based company, you may be reaching the point till solutioning. They will check for your awareness, then they will check for your understanding. They may ask you to do some solutioning, and then they will hire you in. But in case you want to go for a product based company, they'll ask a bit more commitment. They'll check you further, right? So you can see the funnel goes down as they progress. The number of candidates who are capable of doing this are getting reduced, right? But the ideal situation should be So everyone who is aware should be having all the skill set to be present as well, so that everyone is employable, right? So what is the gap, or what is the differentiation procedure which is there, which is differentiating a normal candidate or to the one who is having the ability to present? Everyone is being taught in the same system. The point is the effort that has been placed by each and every candidate varies. Okay, so we have seen people who are just wanting to get a job, and then once they are in a job, they just want to stick to it. And we have seen candidates who push themselves beyond a point where they can go and get them updated frequently, right? So that is the differentiation between the first level, awareness level, to the last level, which where you can understand, solution, implement, execute, and present yourself, right? So this skill cannot be imparted in a single day, and even I'm not sure if I have all these skills in me. But since I am working in a product based company, I believe I have at least a few of these skills, and I want my experience to be transferred to the people who are looking for a job change, or the ones who are looking for a job. So trust me, employment in product based industry is always there. The problem is with the employability. So talking about the difference of employment and employability, employment is the option to get a job, right? So there should be a vacancy, then that is the employment. Employability is, are you fit for that job, right? So there is a job, that is fine, but are you fit for that job? So if I give you that job, will you be able to perform, right? So that is employability. So the current scenario or the current issue most of the companies are facing is the employability. And that is where there are a lot of organizations who are making money doing skill developments and getting candidates placed. So this is a scenario, this is the real expectation what the industry is holding, and based on your requirement, based on your expectation, the skill sets which you have to develop varies. Okay, so let's get with the audience group we have observed so far. So here you can see we have a lot of beginners who has the ambition to learn something new every time, and the beginners, and we have a small group of experienced people who wants us to perform some projects, who wants to understand how the concept they have learned are being implemented in projects. And finally we have contributors. They are good level of experienced people, they have project implementation understandings, they just need some guidance where they may have some doubts, and they may want us to help them through that particular point so that we can push forward, right? So these are the audience group which we have observed, and if you can see, it is in par with the funnel which we have created here. So when you are at this stage, you will be mostly a beginner. You will be aware of the concepts, but you won't know how to implement or anything. And while you are experienced, right, then you will be somewhere around understanding and solutioning. And while you are in the contributor stage, that's really where you will be in the execution and implementation presentation stage. So this kind of comes with the experience. Okay, so this is the audience group pyramid which we have observed in our community. So although we are a small community, this is the one which we have observed over the past 2 years, right? So and since we are planning to go ahead, this is very important for us to understand how our audience community is. Okay, and to address these communities, we have come up with a few course plans. Okay, the first one is beginners direction. So it's for absolute beginners who has no idea what a programming language is, kind of like the newbies. Okay, So we'll be starting from the level 0 concepts. We'll be talking about what IDE is, what a programming language is, what are the basic building blocks, and we'll be also talking about what kind of programming language they need for which direction, and even in the programming language we'll be starting from 0, how to create a particular file, how to add them, link them, why that particular programming language is there, and what is the outcome expected, or what is the scenario in which this programming language is implemented. So we'll be talking more about when and why and where. So there are a lot of tutorials which teach us how. So for example, if you want to implement a for loop, you can simply go to a Stack Overflow and search for the code and get the code for loop in any programming language. But how will you know? You have to search for a for loop in that particular scenario. There are not many solid tutorials which are there, and that is what we are planning to address. Okay, we will be sharing you the informations like at what scenario what implementation has to be done. So when do you go for a for loop? When do you go for a while loop? Why is there a do while? There is a while loop, and why is there do while? So what is the if conditions, nested if, right? So we'll be talking more about the why, when, and where, rather than focusing completely on how. So it's like rather than completely focusing on how to do something, we'll teach you when you should do that, and where and why, and what are the best practices while that can be done while you are creating it, right? So all those discussions will be done in the beginner direction, and this is for absolute beginners. So if you feel like you have no basics, you have no idea of what a programming language is or what we have to do in this, then the beginners direction section is yours, right? And if you are experienced, so you know the basics of programming language, and you are planning to get some industry grade experience, you need to understand what or how the programming language is implemented in a particular scenario, then Tech Dojo is the section for you. So the Tech Dojo is kind of like how to say, a place where we implement projects based on the knowledge which we have. So let us say in case of JavaScript, if you are in Tech Dojo, we will be building websites directly taking you through the concepts like JavaScript to manipulate a DOM, how to handle objects in JavaScript, how to use developers doubt clarification session, and this session is where we will be talking to contributors, where they will be asking all the doubts they have, and we'll try to address those doubts. We'll talk to them, and these doubts will be pre collected, so we'll need some time to go through those doubts, validate them. In case there are any duplications, we'll be eliminating those duplicate questions, combining them into one single question, and we'll be discussing about those doubts in this session. Okay, so these are the three sections which we have come up to address the target audiences we have so far. And we are planning to conduct these sessions both in English and Tamil. Okay, so Tamil I'm sticking because this channel was entirely started focusing on the rural students of Tamil Nadu, and if I continue doing it in English, and it's not going to solve the purpose, but still there are a few audience from other languages as well who wants us to deliver the content in common language so that they can also get benefited, right? So to address both of these people, so we are planning to conduct sessions. The frequency of the session, the timetables on which day what will happen, what language which we are going to cover. Everything will be notified to you. And to make sure we are having a smooth session, right, to avoid some unnecessary expectations, these are a few key points which we have to mention, okay, we have to adhere to. So obviously we have enabled chat for you for any communication, so please avoid spamming those chats. So when I say spamming, saying hi or hello, or posting a greeting like good morning, good afternoon, and your name, so those are not going to create or add any value to the session which we are going to conduct, right? And that is simply going to mute or hide the valid communications which are occurring in the chat, right? So please do avoid such spamming chats in the system. And if you have to raise any questions, please do raise the valid questions. And the chat is mostly monitored by our co-hosts, and in case of any network issues from my side or any technical errors, all those things can be communicated in the chat, okay? And if you have any questions, please do post them in the chat section. We will be collating those questions and we will be getting back to you. And don't worry about the notes and other materials which we are using in the session. So when we are implementing the projects, mostly we will be using some resources, and don't worry about the places where you can collect those resources. Normally all the resources will be shared to you in the link in the description, okay? Either during the session or once the session is done, we'll be having a description where all the links to those resources will be given. So don't worry about that, and mostly try to follow along with us, and then we'll be trying to have individual hands-on sessions, and don't expect me to acknowledge and answer all your questions during the session. We have planned this session for 1 hour, so it will be not possible to answer all the questions I have in the chat section and to acknowledge everyone who is greeting me, because then that will consume more time than what we are doing in the real programming section. So these are just a few points to ensure our session is smooth, so that we don't get offended, or we don't get how to say, we don't feel like we are ignored. So this is the reality. So that's what I'm giving to you upfront. So this is how things will be, okay? So again, to reiterate, please don't spam the chat. The chat is there for a reason. It is for important communications. In case I am facing any technical issues, you can let the co-host know so that they can inform me, and such kind of activities can be done in the chat. And yeah, the valid questions. And when I say valid questions, it's not like random questions which you have. They may be valid, but the questions which are related to that particular attendees will be getting benefit, okay? You start asking the questions over there, that wouldn't help the newbies, right? So it will definitely help you, but will how much of the value addition it will produce for the newbies? So that's a question, right? So in that case, please do session. And again, please don't expect all your questions to be answered in the session itself, okay? We will try to answer all your if you have any, please do let me in the chat section. After the session, probably our co-host will be collating all the questions, and we'll get back to you either in the doubt clarification session, or you can write to us at happystudentmemories@gmail.com. We'll be sharing you the email ID in which you can reach out to us in the description. Okay. So this is the roadmap which we are planning to follow. In the beginners direction, we'll be talking about the basics of HTML, CSS, JS, React, and Python. Okay. So again, there is always a career split. Okay. So the basics will be common for everyone, but the path which has been taken, or after a point there will be a split. Some people will decide to go for front end development, and people will sometimes plan to go for full stack development, and people also choose to stick to data science. Our objective is to create a full stack data scientist. So when we say full stack data scientist, they should know front end, they should know middleware, they should know back end, they should know database, data modeling. Everything should be known to them, right? So we have to understand or we have to figure out way or a career path which we want to choose, and this is the roadmap which we are planning to take. We will be taking you through the basics. If you are in the beginner dojo, if you are experienced, you can also skip the beginners dojo, and you can skip the beginners direction and join us in tech dojo. So the difference between beginners direction and tech dojo is, in tech dojo we will not teach you the basics. Let us say if I am building a website, I am doing a HTML tag, and I am placing a CSS style to it, right? So we'll inform you what CSS style we are placing, but we will not explain why that particular style is there and what outcome is obtained out of it. Those things will be discussed in the beginners direction. So when you are coming to tech dojo, we expect you to understand them, and here we'll be doing the projects, a few of them related to front end of JavaScript, and few of them related to Python full stack development. And if you have any projects related to JavaScript full stack development as well, we'll be discussing them, but that will be in the later parts. Okay, once we are towards the end, we'll be discussing them, and finally we'll be getting our way through data science. We'll be talking about machine learning concepts. We'll be talking about various algorithms which are implemented, data structures, and artificial intelligence, deep learning, everything, all the concepts which are there in the data science part we will be talking about. Okay, so this is about the roadmap, and if you want to get notified. So when I say notified, obviously I know most of you would have subscribed to this channel, and you would have also pressed the bell icon, right? But if you want to get notified in a personal level about our upcoming sessions via mail or WhatsApp, you can be a part of our community. So we are just planning to do this as a part of the community engagement. Okay, so in case if you are planning to be a part of it, you can send your number as a contact card to the one which is being displayed in your in the screen via WhatsApp. Okay, so I'll repeat the number. It's 94865 96100. So send a WhatsApp number, WhatsApp message to this number, and so please, while you're sending, please send your contact as a contact card to this number, so that it is easy for us to save and use. This is again only for notification purpose. We are not going to do any one-on-one communication. So talking about the WhatsApp communication, the WhatsApp communication and mail communication is just for notification purpose. You just have to understand that. Okay, we are not yet in a point where we will be able to do one-on-one communication with you. So if you are messaging me in WhatsApp or and you expect me to reply back to you, I don't think that we are at that particular point. We may eventually reach that in a few years down the line, maybe. But at this point, we are going to ensure our community members are being notified about the upcoming sessions which we are bringing up. Okay, I'll show the WhatsApp number one more time. It's 94865 96100. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp number which I have dedicated for this channel. So you can use this number, and I'll provide the number in the description as well. Okay, if you want, you can scan this QR code as well. So when you are sending your number, please send it as a contact card and in this format. So please put your name followed by a hyphen and the technology which you want to learn. So it's Python, JavaScript, full stack, data science, whichever. So that it will be easy for us to notify which level you are in and what session you want to have. And while we are saying notification, it is not just about the sessions. In case I am coming across any job opening in any of the organizations I know, you can also view, or you can also have a understanding or have a look at that job if you are interested. Okay, so that is about the communication part. And please do avoid calling that number, and 90% of the time that number will be switched off. Okay, I know the moment the WhatsApp number is given to you, you will be tempted to call that number, but 90% of the time I'll keep that number switched off so that I don't get disturbed with my routine work. But the WhatsApp will be active, and again, as I said, I will not be able to communicate to you one-on-one. Okay, and if you want to be the part of this community more, and you want to let us know more about your preferences, please do fill this form. Okay, so you can scan this QR code, or I'll be sharing you this URL to the form in the description. Okay, and this form will be like a way to understand what your preference is, what your expertise level is, so that I'll be able to design my notifications or design my curriculum in a better manner. Okay, so this will not have much. It will just ask for your email. You will be asked to give your name, your current position, this drop down, and we will be asking for your WhatsApp number just for communication purpose. And trust me, we will not share this WhatsApp number to anyone outside Happy Students, and we will not use this for any external marketing. Okay, and will be asking your email address, so that using your email address we will be able to notify you via email as well, along with the WhatsApp. And we will also like to know if you have any other preference. You can also let us know using this other option. We will be trying to implement that in our down the line. Okay, and we are just asking you if you are providing us a consent to reach out to you via WhatsApp or email or any other means to communicate to you. Okay, So this is the form. I will be providing you the link to this form of my previous video to this form. Okay. And about this session, this is the attribute. If I have to say, the language will be English. I'll be speaking in the neutral tone, the same way which I am speaking to you. I'll try to avoid all the accents which we are placing in this channel. This English, I hope it's understandable by everyone. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. Okay. The timings we have planned to be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The only thing we have to discuss, only thing we have to understand or finalize yet is the frequency of the session. As I said, we are planning to conduct 3 different types of sessions in 2 different languages. We have to understand the frequency in which we are planning to conduct the session, and the resources will be mostly shared to you via GitHub or Google Drive. Okay, so I'll be giving you the link to these resources, and using this resource you can follow along the session which we are doing. So if you are a beginner, mostly you won't need this session. If you need any resources, we'll try to build everything from scratch. Okay, or you can place your own resources in there. Okay, and apart from that, the session duration has been kept to 7 to 8 a.m. as of now. This is to make sure I am available. The only time my job wouldn't clash right now is the 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay, unless and until I'll be traveling. This time is the one time where I am free for sure. Okay, so that's the reason I have placed it over there. Even if we are speaking in English, this will be the tone, and you would have seen all my Tamil videos. So that is how we'll communicate. So that is the this is the information about this session. Okay, and so far we are at 1044 subscribers, and okay, thanks to you, now we have one more subscriber added, so it is 1045 subscribers now. And thanks for your support, and please do be a part of this community. We are planning to bring in a lot more to the community, right? So this is the introduction session on what we are planning to do and how we are planning to do, just to give you an understanding or just to give you an overview of what is happening around. Okay, if you have any questions, or if you want to reach out to me, please do reach out to me at happystudentmemories@gmail.com. Okay, and this is my LinkedIn profile. You can get into LinkedIn and search for Surendra Manoj. You will get my profile. I'll even open and show it to you. If I get into LinkedIn, I can search for Surendra Manoj, and this is my profile. So you can follow. So I'll be active mostly in LinkedIn, and those are the 2 social media I'm active, and I don't have any other social medias. So if you have any questions, please post them in the questions tab, the chat section. I'll be answering all those questions. And with this, we are coming to the end of this announcement. So I just wanted to let you know that I am planning to do the live sessions in a regular manner, and this will be in both languages, Tamil and English. So let us hope we community an active one. And the reason I started this community is to make sure everyone has a chance to get into the IT career, and whether we like it or not, IT is the major job provider. Okay, we may have any opinion about software, but IT industry is the major job provider for India right now. Almost 60% of jobs are being generated from the IT industry, and to get into that, nowadays the standards have been raised, so that's the gap which we are trying to bridge. So thank you all for being a part of this session, and reach out to us in the number. I'll give the number one more time. So this is the WhatsApp number in which you can send us the message so that we can reach out to you back. Okay. So I thank you all for this time, and I'll see you soon. I'll post the timetable or the timeline in which we are going to conduct the beginner direction, tech dojo, and the doubt clarification sessions. Okay. So hope to see you all in my next sessions, and please do fill the form. I will give the link to the form in the description. Please do fill that form so that we'll be able to communicate to you about all our upcoming sessions. Okay, and be a part of this community, and we are planning to bring a lot more technologies. Currently we are good with Python, we are good with JavaScript, which is providing us with full stack data science exposure. We are planning to bring in a few more courses like ethical hacking, ETL development, and no code and low code developments as well. Okay, so please be a part of this, and let's meet again in a different session. Thank you all.